All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Indie Inquiries, where we examine store pages. And I'm about to cough. Oh,
Do we
it's
examine coughs
there.
too?
Yeah. But each week we review indie game store pages and provide marketing advice for developers. And if you are working on a game and would like us to review it, please reach out. You'll find contact information for both of us in our respective descriptions. So for this week, we have two games that these are not submissions. These are titles that have just been released. And we're going to see how well they did in
Yeah,
terms of their store page and marketing.
it's really going to be an interesting, uh, almost day and night kind of thing.
hmm And we are starting off with Grime. This is the 2D body horror-filled Souls-like that was released 3 days ago at the time of this stream.
Mm-hmm.
So let's begin with the thumbnail. And the thumbnail is they're going for, I think, weirdness above anything else, and you'll see that a lot on the store page.
Yeah, that's an ongoing theme of this store page,
hmm
and this you may look at this at a brief glance and be like, oh, that looks like a normal good thumbnail, but like this thumbnail commits so many crimes against thumbnails. There's no real structure. I mean, the
hmm
only things that kind of grab your attention is like the glowing on the guy's head, the hands that are pointing. One hand is kind of pointing towards the guy, and the other one is kind of pointing slightly to the name, but mostly off screen. And you have the name, which is would be readable had
That
the
G.
font actually been readable. I mean, this what's supposed to look like a G here
hmm
looks more like an E, and what's supposed to be an E here looks more like a G. So, I mean, it could be Grime, it could be M Ring,
hmm Almost like
and
a B to me, that E a little bit.
yeah, it does sort of look B-ish.
Grime or
Grime,
Crime
Grime.
Erime. Yeah, and like there's nothing here that's really giving me an idea of what this game is. This could be as much an action adventure game, it could be just, you know, pure action, it could even be just an adventure game,
It could
weirdness happening for the sake of it.
it could be a point and click. It
hmm
could be an RPG for that matter. It could be anything. There's nothing here that tells you what this game is about.
Yeah. And when we show up the trailers in a few minutes, like there are some better like action shots in them I think could make a better thumbnail than this one.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't get much worse than this, to be
Yeah.
honest, because the only thing this has going for it is the looks. And
hmm
looks are only so important when it comes to thumbnails.
Yeah.
You need the looks on top of everything else,
Yeah.
rather than
I
just
mean,
look.
there's enough here that's different. I think it's going to catch somebody's eye, but it doesn't really do anything to sell the game.
Yeah,
And if your thumbnail doesn't sell your game, there's kind of a mistake there.
yeah. This is the only thing this does is it catches eyes, and it's not great at catching eyes either.
hmm
But like that's all it does is catches eyes.
Yeah.
And the thing is most of those called eyes are just going to catch, look at it. Oh, that looks, yeah. Uh, Keep
hmm
on scrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So grade wise, I feel like it is in the D range. Even though, it's unique looking, it's polarizing, a lot the grade is both about what we're seeing as well as the structure of it.
Yeah, all aspects of the thumbnail, and all aspects except for just eye appealing is all F's, because
Yeah.
they're non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
So based off of that, you have to just grade it on the one grade that it has, which is eye catching. And when you have
Mm-hmm.
one grade that is, let's just say that in eye catchingness, this is a B kind of thing, and then you have to average that with 0F, 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 0F. It's not a good grade.
Yeah.
And that's why I would say this is probably either a D minus or F plus.
Yeah. I think I'll go with a D minus for
I think
this.
I will too, because
Yeah.
I think it's eye catchy enough to hit the D minus.
Mm-hmm. So let's go with trailer number 1. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, playing it now. It's got like a very passive opening.
Yeah, and I mean this could be a code opening, but I mean with the music, I can't tell if it's a code opening or just an intro.
Yeah. And the music just is not matching.
No, the music is just ruining everything here.
Not really a build up in the middle.
Yeah,
You do have an ending with like this monster, but then it just literally ends. Like there's no call to action.
yeah,
There's nothing there.
just a black screen.
Mm.
And it's not a black screen that's in the trailer, it's a black screen from the video's ended. There is no more
Mhm.
video, hence you have a black screen.
Yeah. So the game does feature a cinematic trailer. And the cinematic trailer, I'm not going to play the music over it, but I'll let it run as I'm talking. I think it looks really great. Like if this was like a movie, I think this would be an impressive trailer for it. But the problem is, of course, there's no gameplay to this.
Yeah. And it has the same issue that the music really ruins it.
Yeah. And when it gets to that point, I'll play a little bit of the music here. You'll see like when it kind of goes downhill. And like there's definitely I think a tonal issue with this game in terms of how it's presenting itself. Is this supposed to be like very somber, very mysterious? Or just, crazy action, kill 'em all kind of thing?
Yeah. And I don't think the game knows.
Mm. Marketing definitely doesn't.
Yeah, marketing department definitely doesn't.
I mean, the character design I think is really well done. His head's like a black hole.
Yeah.
But then at minute 22 when the guitar music kicks in, I think that really hurts this trailer.
I mean, it could be done that way, but like everything else needs to be different.
Yeah. Now at like a minute 29, when you see him kind of like uppercutting the monster and all that, that kind of sideways view, I think would have made for a better thumbnail.
Yeah.
The head's being knocked off. I mean, character designs in this game I think are well done.
Yeah. But that's not part of the store page.
Yeah. And then this trailer does end with a call to action. There it is.
Unlike the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Not a great call to action, but it's not a bad one.
It's
Pretty
better than
decent.
nothing.
Oh, it's way better than nothing.
Yeah.
Did you ever
So,
put a test in your chat?
no, I did not.
Because I'm not seeing anything.
And no one's chatting. And so, these trailers are not the best.
No.
They're not. The first one just feels like a highlight reel without any real structure to it.
It
The
has structure
music.
to it. It just doesn't have a closing. We're going to say it doesn't have a code opening. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to say the build was extremely short. And we're going to say that the music ruined every bit of structure that was there because none
Mm-hmm.
of it fit.
Yeah. And the second trailer is, I think it's a really good trailer if you take out the music, but it's not gameplay related.
It's a really good animated trailer,
Yeah.
not a good game
I
trailer.
mean, another thing they could have done at a minute 20 mark when you see him like him holding this weapon and you have like the his head on the right there. That's another possible really good like thumbnail image.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that again, it's one of those things where they're trying to sell you on the weird and the craziness, but not on the structure.
Yeah, and not on the gameplay in the second one.
Yeah. So for this one, I'm thinking this is somewhere in the D range for the trailers.
Yeah, this is.
Not the
I'm gonna
war.
say D minus.
I may go D because I think again the spectacle I think helps more than the structure, but only so far. But I
The
think that's
spectacle I
me.
think is throwing out the room with the music.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really a case of the music ruining everything.
Hmm. And style over substance.
Yeah, I mean, even if they fix the music, that would not make this a good grade, but it would
Yeah.
change the grade vastly.
Yeah. I think I'll go D minus D. I think that's kind of like as high as I would go for this.
Yeah,
All right, so the thumbnail or the screenshots. The first one was definitely in the trailer,
but it's a boss, so
but
that's acceptable to a point,
yeah,
as long as they're not making a habit of it. Did
yeah.
you put a test in the chat yet? Because
No, I
that's
haven't done anything. But I'm looking at the chat on my side. No one's saying anything.
all right.
Um, the second to the last screenshot, I think that really should have been moved up. And honestly, I think like something like this kind of fight should have been in one of the trailers. Because this looks like it's going to be a very interesting boss.
Yeah, screenshot number 11.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good looking screenshot.
Yeah, it's all nothing is zoomed in. They did remove the UI.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
they went above and beyond in terms of number of screenshots.
yeah, but the quality is not there.
Yeah. I think number 11 is probably their best screenshot.
Yeah, that should have probably been their first screenshot.
Yeah. So I mean, they do meet, what we want for this. I'm thinking maybe B plus A minus. What about you?
I'm thinking A minus.
Yeah. All right. Let's go down to the About This Game page. So we have a custom banner, but then just wall text.
Yep.
Like you
Wall
could have
text.
used any part of the cinematic trailer and probably turn that into like a few seconds of a GIF and put that at the top here.
Yep.
Features, okay, no blue text, but they do have one. They do have a kind of like bullet pointed.
Yeah. Bullet pointed, bolded.
Yeah. I mean, the GIFs are okay, but they're not like above and beyond.
This first GIF is really, really lame though. Or
Yeah.
GIF. This first GIF is okay. Is
I
lame
like
rather.
I like the second one. I like when like you show him like he catches the shot in his head and shoots it back at the guy.
Yeah. I think rest of these GIFs are really good, just not that
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah. And the third one, when you see it kind of zoomed in, like that's the level that I would like the screenshots to be.
Mm-hmm.
Again, showing that boss. I mean, other than the beginning, I think this is a pretty solid page.
Yeah, I think everything below features is A range.
Yeah.
But the fact is they started with the worst thing they possibly could.
Yeah.
A wall of text. But at least they have a banner above it.
Mm-hmm.
There's Malice in Wonderland. Hello. And chips.
Oh, hello. Oh, everyone showed up. I went from 0 to 2. Welcome.
There you go. I'm still at
Yeah,
0 chatters.
yeah. And I think again, like it's a game that's really, I think, about showing off the weird character designs and the art. And like I would say, like of these gifts,
The first one is the weakest by
yeah,
far. Because
I
I
think
think
the
the first one is a
third,
really lame GIF.
yeah, I think the third one has like the best overall look, and again, that's because it's zoomed in. But in terms of action shots, I think the second one is my favorite because that's what actually drove me, like, actually got me interested in this game when I was looking at it on Keymailer. Because I saw that exact give with him, fighting, dodging, doing the parry and repose kind of action.
Yeah.
So, other than like the opening paragraph, I think this is a very solid store page. Definitely not the best we've seen, but definitely far better than the trailers.
Yeah. But that said, we can't overlook the beginning because that's number one, a big negative point on this. And it's the
Mhm.
first point. It's leading with this worst foot forward kind of thing.
Yeah,
And that's going to really hurt the grade.
yeah.
So what do we
Um,
think of a grade for this? If they had got this first part right, kind of thing, this would be
oh,
an A. Maybe
yeah,
I don't think it
maybe
would be an
eight.
A plus, but it would be an A. But
Yeah.
with this first part really messed up, and that's really what you lead with, that's going to really prevent a lot of people from going down any farther and seeing the
Hmm.
goodness because they're just going to get down to this and be like,
And stop.
banner, wall of text,
Boom.
more
Yeah.
text, another banner,
Hmm.
more text. Ah, I give
Yeah.
up, and they go on kind of thing, and it's
I
not going to
feel
sell
like
it.
B plus. What about you?
I'm thinking solid B.
Yeah.
I don't think it deserves a B plus because I think this beginning just really, really hurts it.
Mm.
Hello,
Hey,
Chris.
Chris. Yeah, I think I'll lean a little bit more towards B plus. I feel again like the intro just drags it down from any A's.
Yeah, I think
If
it.
it just had like one GIF, one thing, just as like something to track your eye, this would be an easy A. Maybe A minus A range, like just at by default.
That's not good, Chris.
I don't know what. Uh, bum bum bum.
Yeah, but
Good
I'm gonna go
try.
with with
Almost.
a with a B, a solid B.
Mm-hmm. That could actually be a plot for an indie horror game right there.
Yeah. Now you're in trouble, Chris.
Bum bum bum.
Dun dun dun.
All right, let's go to the title card. So we have three action, indie, and RPG. They all fit. I
They
would
missed
like
the
to say
freebie.
single player.
Yep.
Exactly. Do you
That-
think adventure would work here?
Maybe. I don't know. I
The
played the
whole
gameplay.
action adventure thing has always been very weird to me.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we combine Mario with Monkey Island. It's an action adventure. But they do have the minimum of three tags. They have a website which was decent. They have Facebook and Twitter. We did look at the Twitter, and you can send them a message. Now, the big thing, there is no Discord. And
What?
we've been dis-
Yeah. We discussed it, and whether they have a Discord or not, it the thing is we're going to penalize them for not having a Discord link. Now,
yeah.
if
Like
they don't have a Discord itself, then we're essentially double penalizing them because they don't have a
yeah.
Discord kind of thing.
You need like part like it's not really, I would say, like marketing wise, but more PR wise about having a landing page or a landing forum for your customers. And I think that's becoming more important for indie developers these days.
Yeah, these days I see if you're a studio making commercial games, there's no reason for you not to have a Discord.
Yeah. To the questions in chat, to Chris, good gifts do elevate a store page, like we did with Rise of the Slime and Revita, and you're going to see that in the second game. And to Mouse's question, you can send it if you're on either one of our discords. You can send it to us there. I have a submit your game or video game coverage link. If you want to send us a message on Twitter, you can do that as well.
Yeah, there's links to both of our contact information, Discord, Twitter, all that stuff down below for both of us. There's
Yeah,
one for
in
him
the
and one for
recorded
me.
versions, I think I need to add it into the live stream because I may have did it differently here.
What's up?
It's not in my live version, but it will be in the recorded version for this.
Uh-oh. Well, it's in my version. My
Yeah.
live version and my recorded version.
Yeah. I see the gifts, yeah. But back to this one. Yeah, so overall, like we've said, like you want to have a Discord, I think, going for like if it's your first game, you are completely brand new, okay, you can maybe get away with it to some extent. But if you are planning to be commercial, as in you're going to have not just one game, but you want to have a whole catalog, a whole franchise, then you need a Discord.
I would say, even if it's your first game, if you're going commercial.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a
Yeah.
commercial game, you should have a Discord. Bar stop.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if it's your first, second, 18th, 42nd. It doesn't matter. If it's a commercial game, there needs to be a Discord attached to it. Which, if you're charging more than 1 cent for it, or putting ads on it, or doing anything where any kind of monetization can come to you, it's a commercial game.
Yep.
So,
if there's a price tag, even if it's a penny, it's a commercial game.
And even if that penny is coming from ads, that are just by default playing on there, it's a commercial game. If any money is coming to you, that is a commercial transaction, henceforth a commercial game.
Okay. So, title card, it does do well. It did meet most of the requirements. The 3 tags, we have contact information. Where we ding it on is missing the Discord.
Yeah, missing the Discord. And I think we could ding it on missing, like the single player tag and stuff like that, but it already has the 3 tags, so it gets a pass there. If it only had 2, then it would be a ding, but they would have got bonus points had they gone higher.
Yeah. And the Discord really is going to be about building your community, engaging with them. It's a way to kind of track more, just, I guess, like the size of your fan base. Because the people who are going to be your fans, they're going to join your Discord.
Well, here's the thing, Chris. Not only do you want, a Discord for community stuff, you want Discord to actually test your game with. You need playtesters. And Discord is a great place to playtest your game. Get people, anybody who's interested in, playing your game, don't do it through private messages, have them join your Discord, and they're there as a community member now, and they're also there in a private section as a tester in your private, your private channel, tester channel, and they're there, and now all of your testers can communicate with each other, and they can talk about different things. They can also communicate with each other outside of testing and really build bonds and whatnot and strengthen your community. And it's a great way to actually start your community and start your sales, start your wish list, all that stuff.
But we need to clarify, just because you have a Discord doesn't mean you can neglect your Steam forums. You have to be active on there too, or have somebody be kind of like the liaison on the Steam forums, a moderator or something like that.
Yeah, although, let me tell you, it's very hard to deal with Steam forums because Steam will not tell you when there's a message sent unless you find the message and then tell it to notify you of that after the first one has already been sent. So every time somebody makes a new one, you have to then find out somehow that somebody made a new one and then go in there and follow it.
Yep.
It's really retarded that Steam does not let you just, say, I want to monitor everything that happens on my game that I released. But they don't. It's retarded.
But let's get to our grade here. So I think not having a Discord, I think, drops it out of any A range territory.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking still maybe BB plus.
Yeah, I'm thinking B plus.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about the overall grade then. Let's see. So let's go back up. So the overall grade is going to be base or begins with your trailer.
Yeah,
And
the
we gave the
trailer is
trailer,
the core grade, the vast majority of your trailer.
yeah. So we gave that, I think, a D minus, I think.
Mm-hmm. And it's almost
We
an F
gave,
plus.
yeah. We gave the thumbnail, I think, what do we give that one? I think a D, maybe?
I think we gave it a D minus too,
Yeah.
which just
We, we
holds the trailer grade.
yeah. We gave screenshots, I think, a B plus.
You haven't heard
May
Josh in a while.
Uh-oh. Oh, I think my mic's been muted. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait. Oh wait, I think I may have just turned that on. I think that could have been just because I had the phone ringing. But you guys did hear me for like a longer period, right? Like, I wasn't muted this whole time. Well, if not, I have a Shark's audio, right? I can just sample that.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
you'll have to get that for the recorded version.
Hmm. There we go. Oh, I'll have
So,
to see.
what point were you muted?
Yeah, could have been just when the phone was ringing, maybe like about 40 seconds ago.
Okay, so then let's recap the last 40 seconds. The
40,
trailer grade is the most important and core of your store page grade.
mm-hmm. First
And
ranking of the Steam discussion.
we
Okay.
gave that a D minus. We also gave the thumbnail a D minus.
Mm-hmm. We gave the screenshots, I think, a B plus, maybe A minus.
Which will raise up the grade a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Then we gave the store page what? Solid B?
Yeah, I think B, maybe B plus. No, maybe it was more solid B.
So that'll raise it up a little bit. And we gave the title card what? A B plus?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So everything here is raising up the trailer grade. Except for
Right.
the thumbnail. But here's the thing. When it comes to hierarchy of how the grade is
Mm-hmm.
calculated, and we're going to probably make a video soon, maybe next week, showing how exactly our grading process goes. But the trailer is roughly 90% of your grade,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Because the
So,
trailer is what's going to be selling everything about your game, or should be selling everything about your game.
yeah. So if you go to, basically the only, everything else can only calculate into 3 grades equivalent. So, like, if you make a C minus on your trailer, then the highest you can possibly get is a B minus, and that would be if everything else is S tier. But at the same time, the lowest you could get is if everything was F tier, is a D minus kind of thing. So the trailer being a D minus is really going to hurt.
Yeah.
So
So it does outside of the trailer and the thumbnail. It did get some decent grades, so that
yeah,
does bump it up.
but the
I
thumbnail is
don't.
the second thing that holds it most.
Yeah,
And that's the top 2 grades are really holding really strong to D minus.
yeah. I feel like it does the other things well enough to bump it up.
Yeah, but only by 1 grade, I think. So I think this overall is a solid D.
I would agree with that. I think that's fair. Like, I don't. It's definitely not C range. It's definitely. I think it does more than enough right to keep it out of the F range.
The
But
thumbnail is right here,
yeah, the
if you can see on
thumbnail
my stream.
is right here. I'm gonna. You guys can see my mouse pointer. I am circling it right here.
Yeah, I am too on my side.
Yeah, so these are the thumbnail. This is the thumbnail, and these are the screenshots over here. I
Yep.
still need that John Madden. I can do the marker on the screen.
There's actually a thing for that
Nice.
that some streamers use. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I
So
want one of those.
I think that's all we have to say. Are you ready to move on?
Yeah,
All right. We are moving from dark and body horror to light and platforming.
yeah.
So,
It's not a contrast at all.
no. So, for our second game of today, or our last game for the show, this is Toodee and Topdee. This is a platformer puzzle shifting between a side-scrolling and a top-down design. And we have a whole lot of hyphens in that description right there. I just noticed that. But let's
Yeah.
start with the boom. Yeah, there we go. So
Boom.
let's start with the thumbnail there. And I think this is a pretty good thumbnail.
Yeah, the thumbnail definitely tells you what the game's going to be about. It
Hmm.
even has a shifted perspective, that I didn't even notice the first time with the,
Yeah.
one character on one angle and the other character on the other angle.
Hmm. The text is very legible, despite the fact that it's all light and pink on that background.
Mm.
But the kind of darker pink outline really helps it pop.
Yeah, it's pink on pink, but yet it is so readable because there's so much different contrast between the pinks that they used.
Yeah. The characters, I think, are well drawn, like they're very legible to see.
Yeah,
The
and the whole thing is very eye-grabbing and definitely gets your attention.
Yeah. The one thing that kind of dings it, as we were talking about during our pre-show, is that there's not really like anything that's like guiding your eye around this thumbnail.
Yeah, the structure's not here, You can kind of draw a curved line on these enemies, and it just kind of takes you off screen on both sides.
Yeah.
Y-
The whole
The one character getting the key is just leading you up off the top of the screen. The character with the box is sort of pointing towards the
Mhm.
title, but you really want a triangle, and
Yeah.
there's no triangles here, and you
Yeah.
want that triangle pointing towards the title, and that's definitely not happening here. So like the structure is completely foobarred,
Yeah. But it
but
is
everything
very
else is on
clean.
point.
Yeah. To Chris's question, when we talk about like these kinds of live streams or sometimes live streams, I don't really pay too much attention to them, do you?
What's that?
When you see like the live stream like window at the top.
Oh, these right here. Yeah, I hate those. I
Mhm.
actively hate them because like if they were actually live, maybe I would care because like I could go in there and talk to the developer. But when they're just pre-recorded and it's just now broadcasting a replay of something from several days ago, I mean that's just annoying, and I get rid of it as quickly as possible. And because it's so annoying, even when one is live, I don't pay no attention to it because I
Yeah.
just hurry up and get rid of it because it's annoying.
Yeah.
I hate it with a passion. Now, if they had gotten rid of the whole pre-recorded thing and it was just live, even though it says live every time, even though that's 99%, probably more than that, a lie, I just can't stand it. If it was just live, or if it only said live when they were actually live, maybe I would care. But
Mhm.
as now, with it lying that you're live every time and then showing the video, I don't care. Like actually, I
Mhm.
care in the opposite direction. I hate it.
All right.
You know.
So, let's get back to the grade. So, for the thumbnail, like Shark said, it doesn't really have structure, but it does everything else right.
Yeah.
So, I think that knocks it out of A range.
I don't know. I think I would give it an A minus. I think it's just barely there.
I may give it B plus A minus. Definitely a high grade. I think just like the few of the issues just kind of like knock it down a few pegs.
It's just the structure.
Yeah, but still really solid thumbnail.
Yeah, if they had the structure on point, this would be an A plus.
Yeah.
But the
All right.
sad thing is if they were to go redo this to try to get that,
They
they would
may
probably
hurt
have
it.
to make a completely different thumbnail because
All
and
right.
new art assets and everything, and it would be a lot of work to make up
All right.
very little, you know.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready for the trailer?
Yeah.
All right, playing it now. So
Steam
we have a
is
cold opening.
there. We go.
All right.
Yeah, although I think the code opening would have been better had he fell into his death in a cartoon like fashion.
Kind of like the Mario Maker one. They are zooming in for certain parts.
Yep. They're definitely showing the mechanics of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And they're showing what makes the game special and different.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the middle may be just a little long, but the footage they're showing is good.
Yeah.
Another zoom in at 47 seconds, and then kind of the ending or the build-up begins at 54 seconds, maybe 53. Now we got the craziness of the bosses.
Yep. And definitely really climaxy.
Yeah.
And then they have like a post-credits scene here that is not technically post-credits.
Mm-hmm.
This call to action, though, this is amazing call to action. It's
Yeah, that is
beautiful.
really good. And like the guy says, wake me when the fight starts, and he sits down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this is really good. Not, I think, the best we've seen. I think I would like it just be maybe like a little bit shorter.
Yeah. And I think I would like the code opening to be a little bit better.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more humor there.
Yeah, and I think they could have, did other stuff to make it better, getting into
Hmm.
more difficult things to describe, things that you'd have to come up with ideas for kind of thing, not just, oh, here's this one set thing you could do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Special
and,
custom things, you know what I mean?
yeah. The call to action though, that is still really solid.
Yeah.
Really nice effect there.
I mean, they could make a wallpaper of that and people would stare at it
Yeah.
for hours.
So grade wise, definitely better than GRIME. That is for
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe B plus A minus, maybe A minus A. What about you?
I'm thinking A minus A.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a. I think I'm gonna go with A minus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think this quite gets to the level of A.
Mm-hmm. If it was a little bit shorter, I think it would be an easy A.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think A minus is fair.
Yeah.
All right. So we have screenshots. The boss was in the trailer, but it was like a different scene of that boss.
And repeating a boss is one of the acceptable things as long as they don't
Yeah.
do too much.
The final screenshot was kind of in the trailer, but it didn't show like the spirits.
Yeah.
But
But
they did go over 7, or they went over 5.
yeah, they didn't go over 7. That's for sure.
Eh. Like I think the screenshots are good. There's just not that one, oh my god, great screenshot.
And there's also not like they're not. They zoomed in the trailer, but they did not zoom in at all on their screenshots.
Yeah. So it's good, but I think it could be better.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe B plus. What about you?
Yeah, B plus, A minus, somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
I think so.
I think I would give it an A minus
Okay,
because I
top
think the
down.
screenshots were good or as good as the other one, and I think we gave it A minus or B plus.
Yeah. It is top down and side scrolling, but that is the game itself. What we're talking about is actually like zooming in, making it look completely different from the game, like what we saw with like Auction Not Included and Grek from last week.
Yeah, zooming in, like we seen in their trailer.
Hmm.
Like if
But
you go on their trailer to, let me see if I can find a timestamp. Like if you go to in their trailer to second 14, you can see that they're zoomed in there,
hmm
and
yeah,
you definitely want stuff like that on your screenshots.
yeah,
You don't want them. You probably don't want them all zoomed in. You might, but you might
hmm
not, depending on the game.
yeah, yeah. So let's go down to the About This Game page. And it starts off really nice with custom banner or custom GIF for Twitter and Discord.
Technically, that's before it starts because that's
Yeah.
before the about this game page, which is. But those custom banners are really good,
Yep, definitely.
and that's so
One
they
second.
get bonus points for that.
Oh,
Then you
there
get
we
into
go.
the about this game page. They have custom GIFs that are cut down to be thinner
Hmm.
with custom little borders around them. I
Yeah,
would
there's
like
like a
it if they
line.
didn't have these gray in this corner. Either used, transparent here or use the same color as Steam. I think would be
Yeah,
really good because that is rather noticeable, unlike that other one that
yeah.
we had.
Hmm. I think it was from Grek too, or what the other game was from last week. But yeah, like the only like they don't really have like a they're not using blue text or bolded text, but they're keeping the text very small and kind of letting the GIFs do the talking.
Yeah, they're keeping the text short, no walls of text here.
Hmm.
They're they're doing a really good job here.
Yeah, defeat huge bosses, afraid to go alone, secrets. I think to kind of like tie a ribbon on this About This Game page, I would like what they used as the call to action could maybe have been like one final GIF. I think would have tied it all together.
Yeah, but they need one final text to, build that up.
Mhm.
And also, what I would have liked to seen would be this Discord and Twitter link they have at the top,
Mhm.
also down here at the bottom. Not one
Yeah.
or the other, but both. Because, like, you have the call to
Mhm.
action for the person who first shows down here, and then you have the call to action at the end.
Yep. Still, though, I think this is a really good store page
Yeah, I think
for
this is a
About This Game section.
really good one.
Yeah.
This is not the best one we've ever seen. I don't.
Yeah.
This is definitely not an S tier.
Yeah.
I
I'm thinking maybe A minus A range. What about you?
I don't think this is an A minus, but I don't think this is an A plus either. I think this is a solid A.
Mm. Think I'll stick between A minus A for me. I think it just like a little bit more would probably make it an easy A. And again, as we get higher in the A's, it becomes that much harder to kind of go up there.
Yep,
But still, A minus A is a really solid grade.
yep.
So, title card. We have action, adventure, indie. Again, we're missing single player, and an odd twist, they could have included multiplayer so that it has local, remote play co-op.
Is that safe for a stream?
Maybe singly multiplayer, multiplayer single. So we
Multi-singlery.
had, yeah. So the website was pretty good. It had all the information. It was
Uh,
presented cleanly.
the website was pretty great, actually. It
Yeah.
wasn't just good. It was great. It didn't have a whole lot on it, but everything that
Hmm.
was there was as good as it gets.
Yeah. So we have Twitter. We have Twitch. Now we don't have Discord, but we
Which we
don't
know they
specifically
do
have Discord
have a
on the title
Discord.
card. Yeah, because it's floating right here on my screen.
Yep. But
So that does ding this section.
yep. But like we said before, you know, they would get a double ding if they didn't have it, but we wouldn't actually know to ding them that. It would just be a ding in
Hmm.
game development, not their score.
Yeah. So it meets the bare minimum for the tags. I think a few more will have put it over.
Yeah. Well, a few more would give them bonus points.
Yeah. Eh, I'm thinking
I'm thinking
A minus,
solid
maybe.
A minus somewhere in there.
I mean, the Discord, they have it, but it's not here.
Yeah.
So uh, I think I'm going to go A minus. Because we
Yeah.
know they have a Discord, but it needs to be in this section for it to be factored into the grade.
Yeah. I think I'd go A minus.
Yeah. So overall, though, we gave this a lot of A's or
I
A
think
minus A's.
I think everything got an A of some kind.
Yeah, I think the lowest grade was a B plus.
What got to be plus?
I think maybe the about this game. I think I may have given that B
No.
plus A minus.
No, we give that A minus.
The
I think
Discord
you
I
might have
hold.
gave the screenshots a B plus, and I gave it an
Yeah,
A minus.
yeah. But we gave the thumbnail that was definitely A minus or B plus A minus, one of those two. We gave the trailer, I think, an A minus.
And to answer Chris' question, yes, it does. I just clicked on it.
Yeah, so like nothing I think is moving the grade up here, but it's all just like keeping it in that A minus range.
I think a few things are moving it up, but they're not moving it up enough to affect the trailer grade. So
Yeah.
I think I think if I were to give it like a completely granular score, it would be at A minus point three
Hmm.
or something,
Yeah. I think
which
again,
would
like
round
once we
out
get into
to an
the
A
A
minus.
range, you need to do a lot to keep going up there. I think A minus is fair, just like a solid one for me.
Yeah, same as the trailer grade is a grade for their store page. Like we said before, is
Mhm.
when you have your trailer grade determines a vast amount about what your store page was, and the trailer grade was the same exact grade as the entire store page.
The length of the trailer was a minute 21, and you want your trailer to be no more than 90 seconds.
Yeah,
And I think to its
at
credit,
least
it
for
may have
your
felt,
first trailer.
yeah. I think to its credit, it didn't feel, I think, almost, 81 seconds long. I think it felt a little bit faster than that.
Yeah, and when it comes to trailer length, you want it to be as short as possible,
Hmm.
while still, you don't want to run out of content. You want to get you want to wow the player at every moment, kind of thing, and have the thing be as short as possible.
It
You
did not have any splash logos. It just went right into the cold opening. And that's what we want to see.
mm-hmm. You don't want any studio names or anything at the very beginning.
Hmm.
Which I'm surprised the first game didn't do that.
In the second trailer, I think they did, though.
I
Let's
do want to
see.
point out something though.
Yeah.
This store page, which got a really good grade, so developer is the same as the publisher.
Hmm.
The other one, the last one, the that developer had a publisher that made that store page,
Hmm.
and we looked up that publisher and looked very questionable. Looked like they, just from what I could see, it looked like they took any and every game that they could get, collected the 30%, made a really crappy store page for them, and just sent them on their way. And that's definitely not what you want from a publisher.
Yeah. Now, hopefully, their review scores will pick up, though, because they're only sitting at 35 right now for
Mm-hmm.
Toodee and Topdee. I
Of
will
course, it
be
just
playing it on
released
stream
yesterday, but
tonight.
that's not good for one day.
No, it's not.
It's not horrible, but it's not good.
Mm-hmm. All right. But I think that is everything for this week's show. Anything else you want to add?
Maybe next week we'll be doing a show where we go into depth about how we grade.
Maybe. We'll see if we get any submissions. And again, for anyone watching this, if you are working on a game or have a game out or just want us to look at a game that you know of that for their store page, please get in touch with us. You'll find contact and information in both of our respective videos.
Except for your live one. It won't find it in your live one. So, you know, join my Discord and Josh's Discord. Smash the lick button rather. Lick the smash button on both of our channels. Although, sadly, you can't do that on mine if you're on Josh's channel. You can look at some of his other videos and get the links until he gets a recorded version up. Anyway,
Mhm. And that'll go up on the weekends. So if you are new, if you want to watch these shows live, we do them Thursdays starting around 3:34 p.m. And if you want to learn more about game design industry topics, tune into the Safely Streamcast Sundays starting around 4:30 ET.
yep,
You get back to waiting for that tow truck, and hopefully it doesn't start raining or ghosts begin to appear there, Chris.
yeah, or
All right.
zombies.
All right. So with that said, come back for daily discussions on game design here and on game wisdom, where some of the art and science of games. Until our next show, take care.
See ya.